Hey guys, this here is Getaway Driver 101. Alright, sorry about that. Took me a minute to get it set up and properly working. So this here's the new wreckfest game. Very realistic. I like how it's set up. It's very different and much more realistic. You can get radiator leaks, wheel damage, bearing damage, tires can go flat. Um, yeah. Now my radiator is leaking. I kind of deserved it. I'm driving like a maniac. But yes, this is how the game is. Very, very fun to play. If you enjoy games that are realistic based, this here is a game to definitely try. Especially if you got a steering wheel. Oh boy, steering wheel would be the best thing to ever have, possibly ever have. Especially if you got a steering wheel. My engine's on the verge of going out, and if it goes out, then you automatically DNF. Out of coolant. So now I'm gonna start overheating, and I just lost my tires. So now that I'm out of coolant, my engine's about to start getting really hot. Okay. That was that was different. That was a different kind of crash. So did the whole server crash? I want to get like okay, so I can join a different server, but I can't join that server. Explain that one to me. How do you get how do you get kicked from a server but not be able to join back, but yet join another server? How do you get kicked from a server but not be able to join back, but yet join another server? Giggity. 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 Waiting on it to load. Waiting on it to load. Fine, we'll spectate. Extremely loud. Warning, some of this may be loud. A little late for that, but still. At least I give you a warning for minutes after. At least I can laugh at myself. So this video does have 1440 to 2160 resolution, so you can set this to highest resolution if you want. Just to give y'all a heads up. So this video does have 1440 to 2160 resolution, so you can set this to highest resolution if you want. Just to give y'all a heads up. So why is it people don't talk in game chat no more? Or why is it game companies no longer have game chat no more? Could you imagine how many people I could be talking to in game chat? The only games that really do that anymore are the older game companies. I hope GTA 6 has in-game chat. I hope that they don't do the same thing that all these other games are doing, because if they do, I'm gonna immediately jump on the hate train. And the only reason why I say that is that GTA should always have in-game chat. So just a lot of these games are going away with it. It would be nice if these game companies could quit doing that, even if they just have to go is like proxy chat, game chat, just something like give us some kind of chat. If these game companies could quit doing that, even if they just have to go is like proxy chat, game chat, just something like give us some kind of chat. So I am currently waiting on this. Oh, there it goes. It kind of spammed. I don't know why it did that. Oops. Sorry about the spam. I don't know why I did that, but it is what it is. No. They kicked bot 34 because he said it was trash talking. That is by far the goofiest thing I've ever heard from. Okay. Most important part was not being hit and trying to reverse. Yeah, I'm in 13th place. Lost from 2nd place to 13th, but that's okay. Because there's like still 8 laps and I'm at 90% health and a lot of these other people are probably at like 70, 50, 60, 30. Like that dude just tried to sideswipe me. Flat. No, I popped one of my tires. Dang it. That would be cool if we could like adjust our tires, uh, bouncy versus like air pressure, where we could take like air pressure out of it and make the tires more softer, but in return it would make it harder for them to like pop under like extreme stress. But you know how that would be. It'd probably take them a little while to get that in. Or they could make 3 different profiles and just have it go 1, 2, 3. See, people trying to play Derby, bro. I ain't trying to play Derby, and they messed me up more than anything. Ooh, ooh, radiator leak. No, I got 5 laps to go. Oh no. No. But I was hoping to get out of the spot, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Well, I got out of that spot. Stand corrected. I mean, was I really going that fast? I guess I was. I guess I was doing like 100 or so, maybe 120-ish. I shouldn't have been going that fast. I deserved it. I shouldn't have been going that fast. I deserved it. Just shows you how mean people are. They want to slide me out. Don't even want to give me a chance of the first 2 laps. Meh. That's okay. I'll just have to try again. But this time with no Oromos. No Zatoshan. I will get them. I will hunt them down and slaughter them. And maybe even win the race. And then when the race is done, I will win the next race. Okay, is the race over yet? Come on, guys.
Eighth. Eighth place. Okay, so he's eighth place, man. He got eighth place. Eighth place. Whoa. He still crashed as a bot. In eighth place.
I ain't gonna lie, this game is actually pretty taxing though for high performance computers. A 20 core setup. What's up, dude? Not much. You can hear me all right? All right. I got a live stream up on my channel, but I can't hit the Windows key because if I do, it brings my name up on my.
I just came in and see what you were doing. I said I tried to join. I tried to join.
What on what?
But no, I texted you. I said I tried to join the Discord
Oh,
chat.
I thought
I've been chilling
I
with
thought you was about to say you was gonna try to join me on wreckfest. I was like, dang, you went and picked that up.
nah.
You watched my live
If I
stream,
do,
any?
I'll let you know.
You watched?
I don't think I know where.
I sent it in the group chat. Sent it in the like 3 of them.
Where? Oh, YouTube.
Yeah, it's under
Click on it.
wreckfest 2 getaway driver. Yeah, it's just live. It's about to. I'm about to start another race in 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Once this dude loads in and hits ready, the rest of the server's ready. This game is so realistic, dude. You spring radiator leaks, you break axles, your brake calipers can quit working, you can break pistons, you can break your crankshaft. It's still in beta.
Yeah, I remember this game. Yeah, this is a game you used to play on PlayStation.
Well, they took the one that they had and increased the physics of it, and they've been adding more and more physics to it. So now, like your radiator fan can quit working, and you can start overheating while you're racing. Um,
Crazy.
and if you're not keeping your RPMs up high enough during the overheating period, your engine can lock up because then your engine's getting stiffer and stiffer.
Yeah.
Your tires go flat, tires fly off the car.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm watching your gameplay.
I was like, if
Heck,
I was like, it's still live. It's about to start in 20 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
yeah.
Tires go flat. Tires fly off the car. Yeah, it's about to start. All right. Oh, I just broke my radiator. First lap too. Oh, dude. Come on. Come on. Okay, I got off the rocks. That was fucking hard. I need to move some of the rocks. I feel like some of them are too close to the track. Ah, no, 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 no. That was a bitch move. Sorry about that, YouTube.
Yeah, I got some purchases.
Bro, it's literally like about surviving the race. It's not even about who's the best. There's like straight up derby in it too. Oh, my suspension's so messed up I can't turn. I get at a high speed and it starts getting unstable. I put it in overdrive. Just race in overdrive. Oh, maybe not. Oh. Uh, oh. I'm 2% health. I'm one touch and I'm dead. I mean, I'm in 12th place. Okay, fifth gear don't want to work no more. Oh, it crashed. Oh no. Oops. It's just the game triggering my antivirus. Antivirus got angry. Yeah, I guess when I clicked spectate, the computer. I don't know. I guess my antivirus freaked out when I clicked spectate in the game. And it decided to, like, just full blown close the application. It didn't block it, it just closed it. It's hilarious to me, but it's just like, bruh. I don't know. I guess my antivirus freaked out. And it decided to like just full blown close the application. If there wasn't an error, if it was an error, I would have gotten an error code. These are all zero servers. Keep doing that. Keep scrolling too far. Oh, did the whole server crash? It looks like the whole server might have crashed. So it crashed me. Hey, like they say, duct tape fixes everything. Just apply a little duct tape to it, it'll be okay. It said that there is 20 some odd people in this server. Was there not? Hey? Huh? 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 Semi-clean. Makes max, okay. Max client reach. Because it's maxed. Okay, this one. And then I don't know why it keeps changing this. This is like super annoying. Settings do not stay applied. I'm gonna have to report that later.
All right, big dog.
I was
I
about
do
to
need to
start
go
another
ahead and.
race. If you want to check this
Oh no,
one
you
out.
good? No, I watched it.
Yeah, well, the first race was kind of terrible. I crashed, and halfway through the race, I didn't even get to finish it.
Yeah, I know, big dog. But I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep, okay?
All right, you do your thing, man.
Uh, I'll be on tomorrow. I'm gonna try to. I gotta buy a new keyboard and what else do I
Yeah,
gotta
well, the
buy? I
first
gotta
race
order
was
some new
kind of
fans and
terrible. I
all that.
crashed. Why your fans got a rattle to them or something? Or are they not like spinning
No,
fast enough?
there's nothing wrong with them. I'm ordering another set of fans.
Oh,
Yeah, my PC takes 10 fans. All I have in here is 7.
yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits. I'll see you doses.
All right, later, man.
Good night.
I'd rather be in last anyways. For the first portion of the race, it's 10 laps, and people are crazy when they drive on here. A little strategy when you're playing, just a little bit when it comes to derby racing. Especially when it comes to like certain corners and you get slid out, you gotta have a little, gotta like come up with it like right on the dime. Like, okay, where can I back up? Where can I swing in to not be hit from the front end or the side? Sometimes it's a little hard to determine. He went head on towards me. I'm gonna try to get out of his way. See, and that's the thing I was saying is like, you don't come up with something right on the dime. When I landed, I should have went more to the right. I didn't think about that I was going straight down the center. Instead, I went straight down the center, closest to the middle container, instead of going more towards the right of the right container. So that's why I said before you gotta have a little strategy when it comes to landing and predicting where you should land. And that's the thing about predicting is you never know if it's gonna go as planned. This game definitely runs decent. It runs very good. I just noticed the spectation's a little buggy, so I'm not gonna bother with spectation until the next update comes out. Maybe hopefully the next update will fix spectation and hopefully they'll add in mile per hour. I would like them to be able to switch from kilometer to miles per hour. Um, just have a few things tweaked. And you know how tweaks are. It takes time for them to get in and do it because they got to make sure the engine still performs as it does without the engine getting damaged on the game, which is understandable whenever it comes to coding and them designing the game. But if any of y'all or anybody that's watched this so far has tested any portion of this game, give them feedback, give them ideas, let them know some things maybe that you might think would improve the game. Doesn't hurt. It's not necessarily bad to give devs ideas. All you're doing is trying to help them give the community what the community wants. For instance, what I would see this game would need is the garage aspect is pretty decent. I'm pretty sure they'll bring upgrades into the game as far as upgrades, engine upgrades, damage upgrades, armor upgrades. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to tweak all that where the metal comes off the car or the bolts fall out. If anything, if I was them, whenever it comes to the armor aspect, make it based on the bolts. Where the more bolts that there is, the more damage it takes to impact on that side for the bolts to come out, and then the structure falls apart. Still have everything else cave in, of course, like it would. And that would be really cool, but it would be very difficult because they would have to make sure the physics would still perform as is, like how the car is now, mangled and destroyed and bent and flattened. I think it'd be really cool if the axles could come completely out of the rear end. Maybe even have the rear end pop off the cars and stuff too, where there's completely no rear end and you're just basically just a sitting duck. I think that would be cool. Or even engines falling out from underneath the car, where when the engine blows up, it blows like the engine actually up and scatters parts all over the track where the metal like crankshaft or the top of the engine or the blower shaft is like heavy, a heavy impact when you hit it. Not too heavy where it feels like you're hitting a car, but enough to where it feels like it's actually, it gives it some damage. I think that would be pretty cool. Also, I think it would also be really cool that when the radiator runs out of fluid, and I noticed that when it does, the smoke from the exhaust do get black. The radiator starts to steam a little bit, but I feel like when it runs out of fluid, the engine should start lugging, because theoretically, when your engine's overheating, the block itself and the motor itself is going to expand. That's what creates, engine lock. It's where you lock your motor up from either not having enough oil or from getting too hot because the metal is expanded. That would be very cool if they could make it where the engines could expand, lock up, and just like basically you do like a 360 and then the car's just dead. Or it just locks up and the car just starts sliding and then loses control and there's no engine. Because theoretically that's what would happen. It would lock up, the transmission that's connected to the motor, the flywheel would stop spinning, the transmission would still theoretically be spinning but not spinning correctly. It would start grinding against the engine, which would either stop the transmission or the transmission would explode or the drive shaft would snap. And that's usually like whenever you have an engine that it physically explodes, it damages the engine, the transmission, usually the drivetrain, or it damages the engine and the drivetrain, or it damages the engine and the transmission, and the drivetrain's somewhat okay. So it'd just be some more ideas for them to have as far as transmission and engine damage goes. Have gears slip in and out, where when you shift in, let's say, fourth gear, it slips out of fourth gear and drops into second. I also feel like they could put a motor rev time where, let's say you're at rev lining, revving it all the way up to red line. It should have like a motor temperature gauge where when you're rev lining it, your temperature gauge starts climbing. Because in real life, People do that and they blow their cars up. I mean, I've seen it on YouTube, and you can go look it up. Nissans, GTRs, Hondas, Mustangs, Camaros. People have done it with all kinds of cars, and usually it's because they're rivving it so high they want to hear the motor, and they think it's fun to pop the exhaust until the exhaust just goes boom. How did I manage to do that? Press reset. Well, what's reset? I don't know what reset is. Yeah, the idea is you know you when you like just you just give them ideas. Like it's not gonna hurt anything whatsoever. It's no different than any other game developer. I mean, yes, some game developers actually listen to their community, and some just kind of laugh it off when people give them ideas, which is understandable why people don't like to. But whenever they say like, you know, duct tape fixes everything and give us feedback, that's them literally being like, look, hey, like you find an issue, you've come up with an idea that could fix something, make something better, give us that idea. Like, why not? Like, it helps the game, it helps your enjoyment, and it helps what everybody else is playing too. And it's a really cool game. It's got a lot of enjoyment to it. I love the damage. I love the scattered particles everywhere. I love how the game is. It's very, very luscious. A very nice engine. Very nice graphics. That was dirty. That was beyond dirty, man. There was no need to do that to me, bro. That was so dirty, bro. Kind of hard to drive a car with no wheels. I mean, it drives, but it does not drive too well. You know? It's kind of hard to drive a car with no wheels. I mean, it drives, but it does not drive too well. Ay. What is this? Why am I being carried by a wave of cars? Can anybody just explain to me what just happened? And why am I getting so much server lag? Alright. Why are you being toxic? I guess I just have to wait for the server to end. I guess I just have to wait for the server to end. I'll play one more, and then I think I'll be calling it quits with the stream. So yes, this is my new microphone. So now y'all ain't gotta worry about my tutorials not having a good sound, because they will. My tutorials will have a good high quality mic to it. So y'all ain't gotta worry about my tutorials being half butchered, I guess you could say. At least I'm willing to come out and say that some of my tutorials have taken me up to like 2 hours to do before because of how bad the microphones be and how difficult it is to edit with a bad microphone and the microphone not picking up the correct voice. Like they don't want to race. They want to play derby. It's like, dude, just race. I don't know why I thought I was driving straight. What I don't like is my settings aren't staying applied, so like my steering is so out of whack. And see, I'm getting all this ping. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's like it's not helping me in the races. And it's because I'm streaming, but really I shouldn't even be getting this high of a ping streaming. I should be able to stream and play in the server. So I think it's more their servers lagging too. Oh my god, I keep thinking this is a straightaway. That's a pull. Oh, why are you going back this way? I did not turn that way. That's what I gotta. I gotta. It takes me a little while to get some of these games down on keyboard. Oh, so I can still do that like how I could in the last game. Okay. Well, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize I can use that as a downshift lock. That's nice. I just gotta remember. Well, it didn't matter anyways. I hit the corner of the rock. The same rock that took me out last time. And see, my problem is like when I hit turns, I hit really hard on the inside of the turn. And I know I need to quit doing that, but it's like, it's just how I race. Same rock that took me out last time. See, my problem is when I hit turns, it's also why I keep crashing at the beginning of the races. Then I keep getting one player that is going after me if I get in front of him. It's one player. Actually, there's two players that have been doing it. Every time I get in front of them, they slide me out. They pit maneuver me. It's just irritation. That's all it is. People like to be irritating. Okay, let me choose a different car. I'm gonna choose. How is this? Huh? I'm gonna go with the old-fashioned rocket car. Why not? And there's nothing I can change. I mean, I could turn. Let me put stability control on half. So it'll be less me bobbing and weaving trying to read control the car because that has been getting irritating. So it'll be less me bobbing. Spider pig. Oh, vehicle damage is now unrealistic. Told you, man, they're being a bunch of bullies. Let me just let y'all get in front. I'm not trying to be took out at the beginning of the race. I'd rather beat the DNF players than not be able to race at all because of these four-man squads racing. That's really what it is. You got groups right now that are racing on here because of how popular the game is right now. See? He's already DNF'd. That one there's about to be DNF'd. Now with players that like to be dirty, if you try to stay on the inside line, that did not work. The dude was in a really terrible spot. Man, see that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you can never predict where another player is gonna be at, especially in like a broke down car. You, sir, have been the death of me since I started this race. In front of me. Coffee house, Mike. Ah! That's what I get for looking at your name, gamer tag, and not paying attention to the road. Ah! Alright, I'm just gonna play an overdrive. Everybody's cars are so messed up, the server's FPS is just going lower and lower. It's at 58. It's at 135 when the race started. Ah! What you gonna do about it, Rusty? Nothing. I passed you. Oh, Rusty almost died after passing you. Oh, my tire just flew off. Oh, both my tires flew off. Just gonna pedal to the metal it all the way in fourth gear for the rest of the race. Good thing I made it past the finish line. The back wheel came off. Good thing I made it past the finish line. The back wheel came off. I haven't blown a motor yet. So, how many laps do you got to do for the motor to give out? It's now the biggest question there is now. The FPS is slowly climbing back up because it's resetting particles. Five laps, rules changed, sunny afternoon. Still hasn't hit 135. That's where I have it locked at, and that's because any FPS higher than that, it was literally cooking and more crashy for some reason. I reported that to the devs like whenever I first downloaded the game. I should be able to run 200 frames, but for some reason I crash whenever I'm running that high of a frame rate. That's why it crashed earlier, because the frame rate was bouncing around too much. That and the computer was like, what's going on? Ah. Why? Why must the ping do me dirty like that? Well, I blew the head gasket, so it doesn't even matter. I got oil now running through the engine. Yep. I didn't know we could reset after watching that, dude. Bro, why are y'all teaming up on me? It's getting irritating. Like, I wasn't even trying to play dirty with the dude. I was trying to keep the dude away from me, and he kept trying to brake check me so he could kill me. And so the other dude behind me was like, nah, I'm gonna take you out too. It's like, bro, it's like, why am I being dog teamed by 3 and 4 and 5 people? So stupid. Well, now I know I can reset. The dude keeps changing the rules on the server, and so it's just like sometimes you can reset and sometimes you can't, and that's what's getting irritating. Nope, so it broke again. So now I know that I can reset, but he may change the rule again. I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna play this one. Maybe play another one. I don't know. It depends on how it goes. The servers keep going back and forth on like ping. It's gonna be harder to play. I mean, hopefully it quits doing that. Because see, now it's 135 frames. Before it was running just 80 sitting in the menu like this. It's like the FPS has not been very accurate with the servers. So I don't know if it's the network or if it's the game. And I feel like if it was the game, I'd be experiencing more visual glitches, I guess. So I'm not seeing any of that. To me, it's literally like just weird buggy FPS with the servers. And then the servers keep having high ping off and on. It could be because there's a lot of people on here. I was like, I hope they realize he's the host. Bro, Rusty. All it takes is one person to run the race. It's like, dude, there's 10 laps. I'm gonna let as many people go as possible because I feel like people don't understand the aspect that there is full-blown derby servers. You can just go join like team deathmatch derby. No, like Rusty's just been making it not fun. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Hey, I'm gonna go join a different server. I'm not gonna stay in this toxic server. Or it can crash like that. It's like if you can't play one lap, you shouldn't stay in that server. Especially if you're having more than like 7 people just do that to you on the first lap. They're not necessarily all fighting over each other. They're like picking random people and slamming them into the wall. And to me, it's just like, dude, just go play derby. It's still literally there's racing, deathmatch, demolition. It's like, bro, just go jump in a demolition. Just go play some demolition and take your rage out on slamming into a wall. The server said it had 28 people in it. That's what's irritating me. Some of these servers say that there's people in them and there's like no people in them. And it's just kind of confusing on how the devs are letting servers like that run. And lobby, clean gaming. Where are all the players? There's nobody here. Their servers are kind of crashing right now. That's what it is. And if more than one server is having issues, then obviously here soon it's going to be the entire game. I say give it another like 2 or 3 hours and the servers might go down. I can see that happening with them. Plans. Everybody's leaving. You know what I am gonna do? Let's do this real quick. What is the longest map I have? They not have like a really long map yet. Okay, that's one thing I asked for. I want like the longest map y'all can come up with. The longest race possible. Just only one lap and just make it where it's like 10 minutes or something. Stupid long, where literally it's gonna be like based on whether or not if you survive the race or not. And this is how I'm gonna find out whether or not if it's their servers or if it's my game. Going into single player. Was gay.
Eh.
Oh dang it. Motion blur. Okay, that works. So what I did was I just adjusted shadows. Made the game a little bit brighter. Didn't mean to do that, but it's okay. Ah. Hmm. That's interesting. Oh yeah, it was definitely that's crazy. So it was overheating. That's what I was actually hearing. And it's not doing it now because I stopped and let it Okay. I mean, it's different. It was like the whole time I was driving, and I'm over here like, hmm. Yeah. They say some things need to be fixed. They aren't joking. Like all the other settings are on max. It's only shadows and grass that I'm adjusting. So like if I go back to let me double check. High. High is max. Normal. Max. I think I figured out what my problem is. Hang on, let me go back one more tire. I feel like it's traction control. I don't feel like it's. I feel like it's not stability. I feel like it's traction. Should be able to get to a higher RPM now, and it's only on half. Man, they sure wanted to take me out no matter what. There are some crazy bots. That's what they did. I see what the devs did. They made the roads narrow on this one, so they're harder to, so everybody's harder to pass. Cause some of the tracks on the other game are like 3 car lengths wide. Some of them are. This one here is like 1.5. Some of them are 2. Hey, it's smart though. Makes it harder to pass people. God. And this spot here's like 3 car lengths wide. Okay. So stability control. Let me put that on half now. So let me try stability control and traction control. Start. Half. Definitely able to get traction better and get up to the front faster. Bots are greedy. There are some greedy bots. Oh my god, you bots are so greedy. They're pushing me off the track on purpose, you greedy bots. engine broken? Is that what it just said? As gas get blown. Oh yeah, the engine just blew up. Okay, well, now I know I have that fixed. And I have the other portion fixed. Hopefully less crashing. Oh, non-existent server. Oh, come on. was a decent race. Now that I got my traction control and stability control set up, I didn't realize I had to have those on half. I was running those on none because I like drifting. Well, drifting don't help you none if people are going to slam into you on the turns while you're drifting. I had to make a sacrifice for gaining more speed around the turn and holding the turn at a higher speed with less sliding. I mean, I still was drifting, but I wasn't drifting with the rear end completely whipped out. I was semi-drifting. It was like power sliding, you know? Drifting don't help you none if people are going to slam into you on the turn. Gaining more speed turn and holding the turn at a higher speed with less sliding. I still was drifting. I wasn't drifting with the rear end completely whipped out. Semi-drifting. It was like power sliding, you know? All right, we're starting another race. Hey, this is not me. This is the server. This is what I'm talking about. I have good MS, but terrible ping. I said before, surviving the race is the best way you can win in this game. Alright, well, that's it for this broadcast. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. I hope y'all enjoyed watching the game. Like or subscribe, and I will see y'all next time.